Walker's short story, Am I Blue?, is a poignant and thought-provoking narrative that delves into themes of freedom, empathy, and the human-animal connection. It was first published in Walker's essay collection titled Living by the Word in 1986. The story explores deep themes through the lens of a personal anecdote about a horse named Blue. In Am I Blue?, Elise Walker recounts her observations and interactions with a horse named Blue, who lives in a pasture near her home. Initially, Blue is a lonely and melancholy horse, but his demeanor changes when he gets a companion, a mare. However, their companionship is short-lived, as the mare is soon taken away, leaving Blue in deeper sorrow. Elise Walker begins her essay by describing the setting, a house she rented in the countryside. She enjoys the peacefulness and beauty of the area, often spending time looking out over the pasture next to her house. This is where she first notices Blue, a horse living in the neighboring field. Walker describes Blue as a large, white horse with a melancholy demeanor. Blue's eyes, in particular, strike her as being full of profound sadness. She observes him daily, noting that he seems lonely and isolated, grazing aimlessly in the pasture without any companions. One day, Walker sees a significant change in Blue's behavior. A brown mare is introduced to the pasture, and Blue's demeanor transforms almost immediately. He becomes lively and joyful, running around the field with the mare and exhibiting signs of happiness. Walker perceives Blue's interactions with the mare as a clear indication of his capacity for deep emotional connection and companionship. Walker uses this narrative as a springboard to explore the emotional lives of animals. She argues that animals, like humans, have complex emotional experiences and that their capacity for feelings such as joy, loneliness, and sorrow should not be underestimated or ignored. Walker criticized the anthropocentric view that often dismisses animal emotions, advocating for a more empathetic and compassionate understanding of animals. The essay takes a turn towards a broader social commentary as Walker draws parallels between Blue's experiences and the human condition, particularly the struggles of marginalized and oppressed groups. She reflects on historical injustices, such as slavery and racial discrimination, highlighting the similarities between the treatment of animals and the dehumanization of oppressed humans. Walker points out that both animals and marginalized humans have been denied freedom, autonomy, and companionship, leading to profound emotional suffering. Walker shares a personal anecdote about eating meat, which she reevaluates in light of her observations of Blue. She realizes that consuming animals contributes to their suffering and begins to question the ethics of such practices. This realization leads her to a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all living beings and the importance of compassion and empathy in our interactions with both animals and humans. In the concluding part of the essay, Walker reiterates the importance of recognizing and respecting the emotional lives of animals. She calls for a shift in perspective, urging people to see animals not as mere commodities or sources of labor but as sentient beings with their own emotional worlds. Walker's experience with Blue becomes a powerful metaphor for the need to extend empathy and justice to all living beings, fostering a more compassionate and equitable world. Am I Blue? Is a deeply moving essay that intertwines personal experience, empathy for animals, and a broader commentary on social justice, encouraging readers to reflect on their own perspectives and actions towards both animals and humans. Walker's narrative style is intimate and reflective, allowing readers to deeply connect with Blue and contemplate the broader implications of his story. By weaving personal observations with broader social critiques, she challenges readers to reconsider their perceptions of animals and their roles in human society. Analysis of the short story. Friendship and empathy. Walker's relationship with Blue highlights the capacity for deep emotional connections between humans and animals. By observing Blue's emotions and behavior, Walker develops a sense of empathy and understanding towards him, recognizing his feelings of joy, loneliness, and sorrow. Social justice and equality. The essay draws parallels between Blue's experiences and human experiences of oppression and isolation. Walker uses Blue's story as a metaphor to reflect on the injustices faced by marginalized groups. The sorrow and loneliness experienced by Blue resonate with the historical and ongoing struggles for equality and justice among humans. Human-animal connection. Walker emphasizes the importance of acknowledging the emotional lives of animals, advocating for a more compassionate and ethical treatment of them. She challenges the anthropocentric view that often disregards the sentience and emotional capacities of animals. Reflection on freedom. Blue's life in the pasture, particularly his brief experience of companionship and subsequent return to solitude, serves as a commentary on the nature of freedom and captivity. Walker reflects on how the denial of freedom and connection affects both animals and humans, underscoring a shared desire for companionship and autonomy. In conclusion, Am I Blue? Is a powerful and evocative story that encourages a deeper understanding of empathy and the interconnectedness of all beings. Walker's vivid portrayal of Blue's experiences serves as a compelling reminder of the need for compassion and respect for both animals and humans alike. So that was it for today's lesson. Thanks for watching. See you in the next literature lesson.